Hi, my name is Robin and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be all about my 2021 rewind. This year was such a roller coaster in both negative but mainly positive ways. For me, it's been a year of self-growth and wavering confidence, but I'm thankful to leave 2021 in the past with an overall positive attitude. So let's start at the very beginning. To start off 2021, I rang in the new year with my boyfriend and his family. On the 7th, we were surprised with a little shower of snow. Unfortunately, it only lasted for the day, but it was nice to have a snow day since we never get to see it. Soon enough, we got word of a second lockdown in Ireland, and so I had to start preparing myself for online school, which I actually made a video on and posted it on the channel. During the first lockdown in 2020, our school didn't really know what to do because we weren't prepared for this, and instead of doing a scheduled online school like Zoom calls, we were just sent out some assignments by our teachers and we had deadlines to send them in by. But once the second lockdown came in, our teachers were fully prepared and online school came into full swing. It was such an interesting experience, and though I enjoyed it in the moment, it definitely wasn't ideal for my overall school performance. I attended every class and completed all my assessments, but without the physical interaction with teachers and other students, I was a lot less motivated to work hard, which did have an effect on my results throughout the year. I got my first ever PCR test for COVID and it was absolutely disgusting. I've had many since then, but the first one was so horrible. During this month, I also started making small changes to my room, like putting on my LED lights, adding in my light projector, posters and photo walls, and most importantly, I kept in touch with my two best friends throughout the lockdown, Jade and Joanne. February came along and online school continued for the next month, but on a brighter note, this is when the channel started to gain a little bit more recognition. I posted an all-nighter video which attracted a few more viewers than usual, which was pretty nice. I had my second Valentine's Day with Dara, in which we celebrated by having some spice bags, and on the 15th February my sister Rachel turned 21 and we had a cute little family party for her, and then I decided to chop my hair up to my shoulders. For the last 2 years I've had an on and off balayage on my hair, which leaves a lot of dead hair and a ton of split ends, and I just decided, you know what, it's hair, it'll grow back. On the 1st of March, Dara and I celebrated our 2-year anniversary with food once again, and then I finally went back to in-person school, and I was so glad to be back in a classroom and away from Microsoft Team meetings. This is when I started to pick up my grades and improve my schoolwork overall. I was paying a lot more attention in class than I was on the Zoom meetings, and I felt way more involved. And of course, I made sure to spend some more time with the gals and take lots of pictures and videos. At the beginning of April, the weather picked up and it was super sunny and warm. Dara and I went on a really nice scenic walk. This is when I decided to make myself an uploading schedule, and I started posting more regularly on the channel. I was aiming for one video every week, which I think I did pretty good on for a while. By this time, I was back in in-person school for a month. The work I put into it really began to show in my results. May 2021. Our last few weeks of school were pretty fun because we didn't spend much time in the classroom, but instead we went to some workshops that we missed in TY due to lockdown. We got ice cream and donuts one day, which was actually really nice. I studied pretty hard for my summer exams. I was so happy to find out I passed all of them. Next thing you know, school was out and summer was here. On the first night of summer, I went to a party with some amazing people and made a great new group of friends. May brought out a side of me that was full of self-confidence and didn't care about what other people thought about me. I wasn't afraid to tell people about my YouTube channel when they questioned it like I previously was, and everyone was so supportive of me and my decision to document my life on the internet. And with this new boost of confidence, I made sure my 2021 summer was going to be unreal. And trust me, it was crazy. Summer officially started in June, and this was definitely one of the best months of the year. I went back to working part-time at one of my favourite jobs, went shopping in the city with Dara, took a trip to Wicklow with my sister, her boyfriend and Dara to see the new Disenchanted set, and then went to Dublin with my family for the night. I hung out with the gals all the time, went to parties and made some amazing memories. Then my phone decided to break. This was a major setback for my channel as I couldn't make any new content until I got a new phone, so unfortunately the channel was pretty inactive for that month. Trying to get around without my own phone was pretty funny. I used my dad's 6-year-old iPad, then his iPhone 7, but overall I really enjoyed the month of June. In July is when I got my new iPhone and iPhone 11. I was offered a job interview for a very bougie job in hospitality. I was so excited to experience a different work atmosphere than I was used to, but unfortunately this job was just not for me. I was bullied in the workplace and cried every day in work and when I came home. I remember cleaning off tables with my glasses fully fogged up from crying. I was one of the youngest staff members there, and other workers and my employer liked to use that against me, and this treatment started from day one. After 3 weeks, I finally had enough and I quit. I walked in one day and dropped my uniform on the front desk. Not that badass when I say it out loud, but to me I felt so good. As soon as I got out of there, I was focusing on what I was truly passionate about, YouTube, and this is around the time when I began posting twice a week on my channel. This was definitely one of the best moves I could have made for the channel, because in uploading every 3 to 4 days, I was drawing in so much new subscribers and I was able to build my fan base, and I gained a lot more of you guys, and I'm so grateful for all of you. I spent the rest of the month with my amazing friends and family, going out and partying, editing 6 to 8 hours a day. I got my first jab of the COVID vaccine, and at the end of July I got a way better job in a much nicer place. I started off the month of August by taking a boat trip to Inishmore where Dara and I stayed for 4 days. It was our first first proper holiday together and it was so much fun. We got super burnt. It wasn't even sunburn, it was windburn. I partied again with my friends because it's summer. What else am I gonna do? It was in August that I had one of my videos blow up for the first time. I posted a back to school supply haul which somehow got 2,000 views in the first few days, which was insane and not what I was used to at all. I also started my room transformation, which has been a long time coming. I filmed the entire process and I hope to make a video on it someday because I'm so proud and happy with the overall results. And looking back on the footage, we put so much time and effort into this room and it really paid off. I got my second jab with the COVID vaccine and thankfully I didn't suffer any bad side effects. On the 27th, I started school as a 6th year and had my last first day of school ever. But then that night, I actually celebrated my 18th birthday 2 months early. I did this because I live with my gran who is 90 years old and obviously is very vulnerable to the coronavirus. So having an indoor party with my friends who aren't from this household would just be way too dangerous for her. And when I actually turn 18 in October, the weather will not be good enough to have a party outside and I won't be able to have a lot of my friends there. Instead, I had it when the weather was super good in late August so we could stay outside and away from my gran. I honestly think this was one of the best nights of the year. I was surrounded by my favourite people who all respected my household, knowing I was living with a vulnerable person, and I can't thank them enough for that. Then September hit and this month was pretty wavy for me. At this point, doing YouTube twice a week and trying to do my best in school was becoming impossible for me. I'm only one person and as a procrastinator already, I knew I needed to focus on one main objective, which of course had to be school. I decided to only post once a week from then on because I didn't want to let my grades suffer because I wanted to post more videos. I saw actual DNA for the first time in biology. This is the nerdiest thing I've ever said, but like look at it. Look at how cool that shit is. I got a nasty ear infection because I'm always picking up something and I continue to work on my room. But I'll be honest, September was a really bad month for my confidence. I felt extremely down and alone and to be honest, I don't even know why. I had my friends, I had my family who are all so good to me. For some reason, I just cried all the time and felt like nobody cared. Unfortunately, this went on for a couple more months, but it's okay because the next month is all about me. Just kidding. October is my birthday month and I was so excited to turn 18, but we'll get to that in a minute. At the start of the month, I was still working on the room transformation and it was coming on really nice, but still was definitely not finished. I completed 20% of my home ec leaving cert, which was such a pain in the ass, but at least it's done and dusted. Then on the 18th of October, I turned 18. I celebrated with my family, Dara, in a hotel for the night on the 16th, which is also Rachel's boyfriend's birthday. Once we got home, I invited over the girls and went out for a little bit, only to come back super early and basically pass out from exhaustion. But unfortunately, on my actual birthday, I had a super bad kidney infection and I had to come home from school, but it was okay because Rachel got me a squishmallow and of course I felt a lot better. Halloween came around and of course there were parties. I actually went to school as Pitbull. I did not win best dress, must have been rigged. Like I said, this low level of confidence did continue into October, but you know what made me feel better? November came around and that means it's Christmas time, baby! I don't care about what anyone says, November is the start of the holiday. Even though I couldn't wait to start my holiday shopping and wrap all my presents for everyone, I had to because of exams. I wanted to really focus on getting good results from these tests because of the rare possibility of us getting predicted grades again, and so that's what I did. I studied my ass off for these exams and thankfully I passed all of them and even whipped out some amazing results. I went out a little bit more until I got sick for like 3 weeks. It was this really strange flu. It wasn't COVID. I tested negative on like 5 antigens and 1 PCR. I also had to miss some school because of it, which kind of sucks because then I had to teach myself whatever I missed in school, but I'm better now and that's all that matters. At the end of November, my room was finally looking somewhat near finished, and since then I haven't actually done much more on it, mainly because I'm full of ideas of what I want to put in the room, but I don't know which ones to pick. The last one of 2021, December, was a strange one. The first 2 weeks of December were fairly normal. I attempted Vlogmas, which failed miserably, and unfortunately I slacked off on YouTube, which I really wish I didn't do. But you can't change the past, and I'm trying to make up for it by posting more in January. I was still in school until the 22nd, and this is when COVID became rampant where I live. We're still dealing with this outbreak, and we're probably going to be dealing with it for a lot longer. Of course, because of this, Christmas was different this year as we couldn't see some of our friends and family, but we made the most of it. I got some amazing gifts for Christmas, all of which I'm super grateful for, but I think you all know by now how happy I am with my main present, a Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II camera. I'm still in shock that I own this. And to say a final goodbye to 2021, I rang in the new year with my family. We spent the night playing card games and laughing at the table and just enjoying each other's company. And that was my 2021 rewind. I'm so thankful to be going into this new year happy and healthy, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you enjoyed your year and made the most out of it. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!